Hello and welcome to another episode of Pete's Kitchen. Today on the menu, I'm going to make a Caribbean dish. We call it stew peas. And that's like how it sounds, that's what it is, stew. But we normally make the stew peas with salted pigtail and salt beef and fresh beef, whether it's fresh stew beef or something. But today I'm gonna make it with the pigtail, fresh beef, salt beef, and also I'm gonna add some oxtails to it. Okay, I'm gonna use oxtails, which most people don't really use oxtail in stew peas, but today I'm gonna use oxtails also in it, right? And it's a stew, and I'm gonna make it with red kidney beans. Okay, usually with the kidney beans, we would wash it, soak it from overnight, so it cooks, quicker and much easier. But I didn't soak it from overnight. So I'm going to put it in the pressure. I'm going to do everything in the pressure cooker. Just kind of get it started in the pressure cooker. Okay? And then I'm going to put it in a bigger pot to finish it off. I just want to get the peas and you said beans, red kidney beans. Okay? I'm going to get it started in the pressure cooker with the meat and stuff like that. And, yeah. Just to get it a little bit tender and speed up the process, the cooking process. And as far as the oxtail go and the pigtail and the salt beef, you normally, what you would do with that, you would like scald it off. When we mean scald it, put it in some boiling hot water, kind of get some of the salt because it's very salty. Okay, we would repeat the process, pour it off, catch fresh cold water again, and repeat the process just to get some of the salt out of the meat, right? So that's what I'm going to be doing. And I have, I'm going to be making fish also. Okay. So stay tuned and I'll be back. Let me get this meat and stuff cleaned up and get the cooking on the way. All right. Yes. Welcome back. So folks, as you can see here, in the pot, it's a pressure cooker, so I didn't start pressuring the meat as yet. Like I said before, I'm scalding the meat, boiling the, all the stuff off the meat, and gonna pour the water off and repeat the process just to get some of the salt out, and not only just the salt, but the impurities, the foam and stuff, the blood and stuff that's normally formed on top. I'm going to throw it off, clean water, repeat the process. And that's it. And then I'll start pressure cooking I'll start doing the peas and the meat and stuff in the pot. Okay? So everything is in here getting ready to boil and stuff. Once it starts boiling, boil for about 5 minutes. Take it off, pour it out, fresh water, repeat the process. So stick around and I'll be back to show you guys as I go along. Welcome back, Pete's Kitchen. Now, I already did the process of scalding the meat off, pour off the water, and repeat the process. So now in the pot here, I got my red kidney beans, I got my oxtail, my salt beef, my pigtail, everything. See, look. I don't know if you can see that. Okay? So I have garlic, allspice berry, you know, in the pot. So I'm gonna pressure cook this. I have my fresh beef over here, which this was already scalded off also. Right? So I scald it off, you know, get the foam and the, you know, stuff out of it. Wash it off, and it's sitting over here. So now I'm gonna pressure cook the red kidney beans, the oxtails, because you know those are much harder to cook. Okay. And remember, I'm making a stew. What we call stew peas in the Caribbean. Stew peas. Right? And the stew peas consist of salted pigtail, salted corned beef, and you know, usually you use fresh stew beef meat, but I'm using stew beef and I'm using oxtails also in it today. So I got all this meat, the red kidney beans, and you know, stuff like that in there. So I'm gonna just let this pressure, I'm gonna put on the pressure cooker lid and let it pressure cook halfway through. And then I'm gonna pour it in a bigger pot. Okay? And that's when I do that now, that's when I'm gonna add the fresh beef back in it. Because you know, the beef is gonna cook quicker than the oxtail and the pigtail and stuff. Okay? So it don't need to be in the pot right now. So, yeah. I'm gonna put the lid back, put the lid on this now, and let it pressure cook. And this is gonna be served over white rice. Definitely white rice, nothing else but white rice. You know? And to this, what we normally put in there is something that we call spinners. Spinners is, you know, so, you know, flour. Basically just flour, water, salt. Okay, and you put it in the palm of your hand. And why we call it spinners, because we put the, you know, make the dough out of the flour. You pinch a little piece of the flour, roll it in your hands, and you drop it in the pot. So we call it spinners. Alright? But you guys will see I'm gonna do this thing. Okay? So stick around and I'll be back to show you guys the process. Welcome back to Pete's Kitchen. Now, it's about the half-hour mark. I'm going to remove the pressure cooker from the stove. And turn it off here. Now, normally when you're dealing with pressure cooker, you got to be very careful. Remember, the name of it is pressure cooker. Right now it's under pressure. You hear that sound? Well, and those, you know, those people out there that's not familiar with, you know, handling pressure cooker. Usually you would remove it from the stove, right, and let it cool off. Some people would run it under put it in the sink, kitchen sink, and run it under the cold water to cool down the temperature so they can open it. But what I normally do, and you don't have to do this at home, but what I normally do is use this. To speed up the process. Okay? That's what I do. Don't try this at home, folks. Yeah. So I do this to release the pressure. And what I'm going to do right now, after all of the pressure is evaporated, I'm going to check the tenderness of the beans and check the tenderness of the meat. I don't really want to pressure it all the way through. I just want to like cook it halfway. And then over there I got a big pot. I'm just going to pour it in there and finish it off. Okay? So like I said, that's my disclaimer. Don't try this at home. But this is what I do to release the pressure quicker. Okay? So I can get the cooking process moving faster. So you notice all the pressure is gone. That's it. Safe for me to open now. Okay? And that's how I do it. Okay. Now, still need to pressure some more. Okay. Remember now, this is a stew. Okay. Check the tenderness. So the beans need to go some more. Just like the meat. I'm gonna add some more water to the pot. Okay? Yeah. I'm gonna add some more water to the pot. And put it back on for it to pressure. Okay, so stick around. I'll be back to show you the process as I go along. Okay, welcome back, Pete's Kitchen. Now, I already turned off the stove. I'm gonna release the pressure. Remember, like I said before, pressure cooker, be very careful. I think this is going to be my last. I'm going to pour it out in a bigger pot and finish it off. Okay. Oh yes, and folks, remember, you got to put some fresh ginger in it also. Remember that. And I'm not talking about ginger powder or, ground ginger. I'm talking about fresh ginger root. Get a little piece, clean it up, peel it, kind of crush it, and just drop it in there. Okay? So now, let me check it. So the peas, definitely there. Okay, so what I'm going to do now, this big pot over here, I'm going to pour it out. Okay, bigger pot. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna cut the stove back on. So I'm done with the pressure cooker now. I'm going to continue cooking this in this pot here. Okay. This is when I'm going to add the fresh beef into the pot. Remember, I already boiled the fresh beef already. I already scalded it off to get the impurities out of it. No. Okay. So this is a stew. Remember, folks, this is a stew. We call it in the Caribbean, we call it stew peas, or in Jamaica we call it stew peas. But you know, you guys don't say peas, you said beans. Such red kidney beans. Okay, the dark red kidney beans. Okay. So I'm gonna let this continue cooking. Check it. Perfect. I'm checking the tenderness of the kidney beans. Okay. You want them to be soft, but you don't want them to be too soft. Okay. And that's it. And when it's tender enough, I'm gonna add my spinners, which is my little dumplings. I'm gonna season it up with onions and scallions and thyme, Scotch bonnet pepper, and you know, sweet pepper, stuff like that, black pepper, a little bit of stuff. Remember, I'm using water, and water doesn't come seasoned. So every time, you know, I gotta, you know, season the water, right? Okay? Give it a little bit of flavor. Okay? Don't want, you know, when you're dealing with salted pigtail or salt beef, you gotta be careful how you add anything salt to it, like seasoned salt, you know, regular, you know, any kind of salty product. You gotta be careful, because remember, even though I remove some of the salt from the pigtail and I remove some of the salt from the salt beef and stuff, it is still salty. So you gotta taste as you go along to adjust, you know, to your liking. Right. So you don't just go and pop salt in there, because then it would be too salty. You can't eat it, right? So here it is. I'm gonna put the lid on it. And that's it. Put the lid on it and let it cook. Continue cooking. I'm ready. See? That's my spinners. It's my not my spinners, but my dumpling. Okay? My flour dough. So I already need the dough. I set it aside. Okay? Set it aside and put a cover over it. And this is like almost the last thing gonna go in there. Okay? And that's it. So stick around. I'll be back. And remember, like I said, I'm also doing fish and, you know, maybe something else. And this is gonna be served with white rice, jasmine white rice. Okay? All right, so stick around and I'll be back. Welcome back. You guys can see. Okay. Yeah. Okay, that's my oxtail. Okay, that's my pigtail. See that? My fresh beef. Yeah. Yeah. says continue cooking. Remember, like I said before, about the salt, the pigtail and the salt beef. It already has salt in it. Even though I removed some of the salt, it is still salty. So, always check, always taste, right? Because I'm telling you, if you add salt to it, it can be very, very salty. See? Right now, I'm telling you, as much water I added to it, still, it don't need no salt. So, whatever seasoning, as far as bottled seasoning that you're gonna add, make sure it's powdered seasoning, not seasoned salt, not no regular salt, nothing like that. Anything that's salty is gonna make it too salt. Okay? So as for now, just gonna put the lid back on and let it just continue cooking. Okay, if the water goes down, I add some more water to it. All right. Okay. And over here, I got my pot. That's for the white rice. So I'm gonna wash my rice now. I know some people don't wash rice, but I wash my rice. Do you guys know how they harvest rice with their bare feet? They put their foot, they have their foot in. Anyway, you gotta wash your rice, all right? So the water is boiling. I got some butter in here, about a quarter stick of butter. And I like my rice, especially when you're eating stew peas, the rice must be nice and buttery. Okay? I got my butter. Water is boiling, so I'm gonna wash my rice and put it in now. And that's it. And then I'm gonna let this continue cook. Add my little spinners, dumpling to it, and season the pot and blah blah blah, you know. Get it done. Alright? So just stick around and I'll be back with you guys. Welcome back. So what I'm getting ready to do now is add the spinners. Okay? There's some liquid dumpling. Okay? This is spinners. See that? Okay? That's it. That's what we call spinners. Okay? That's just flour dough. Okay? Flour dough, that's all it is. Salt, water, a little bit of salt, water, okay? And that's it. Make a dough. That's it. Okay. That's it, folks. Nice comfort food. Okay. This is stick to your ribs kind of food, you know? Yes. Nice comfort food. Nice, rich. See that? Yes. Stick to your ribs kind of food, you know? You know. See that? Okay. So when the dumplings are cooked or almost cooked, then I drop my seasoning in. Okay. Drop in your seasoning. You're good to go. Okay. I'm just gonna put some onion scallion, onions, green onions, sweet pepper, Scotch bonnet pepper. I got 2 Scotch bonnet pepper going in. See, nice big Scotch bonnet pepper. One of them I'm gonna burst it. One of them I'm not gonna burst it. Okay. Yes, 2 Scotch bonnet pepper going in. Got some thyme and stuff. That's it. Okay, that's it for the spinners. I'm done. Okay, so now probably just tip a little bit more water in this and taste. Don't need no salt. I mean black pepper and stuff. Don't need no salt. Trust me on that. Okay, I'm gonna put a little water in there and get ready to let that cook down and cook the flour. And then I put my onions and stuff in there. Okay, so stick around. I'll be back to show you guys. And there you have it, folks. Stew peas and white rice, jasmine white rice, or stew beans or whatever you call it, but it's a Caribbean dish. It's a stew made out of dark red kidney beans. I got oxtail, I got fresh stew beef in there, I got salt beef, I got salted pigtails and stuff in it. I don't have none of the pigtails and stuff in my plate. What I got is the fresh beef oxtails and stuff. I don't really fool around the pigtail stuff. But I got a little bit of, and I got some salt beef in there, and that's it. See, folks, nice. It's a stew, okay? And that's the little spinners, dumpling. The rice is nice and buttery. See that? Cut that. That's the oxtails. Yeah? Fall off a bone tender. Just mix the stew with the rice. Oh my God. Remember now, in the description box, I'm gonna put up the ingredients, the instruction, step by step. You know, as a matter of fact, you can use unsweetened coconut milk in this recipe also. I forgot to tell you guys that. I didn't use none. I didn't use any because my wife does not like it with the coconut milk in it. But I like it with the coconut milk, but she doesn't, so, but anyway, you can put the unsweetened coconut milk in it. Give it even a much richer flavor. Knock your socks off. But anyway, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Okay? Try my ingredients. Try my recipe, I should say. You'll enjoy it, especially this. If you like comfort food, this is it. Stew peas. It's a Caribbean dish, but you know, stew peas. You got all this meat in here. Some people make it with smoked turkey wing. You know, some people put smoked meat in it and stuff like that to give it that flavor. But trust me, this is good. Instead of the, you know, you understand? But anyway, like I said again, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe. Okay? Until next time, Pete's Kitchen, tuning out.